Hey, good morning. Welcome to Mentor Monday. Today is Monday, April 30th, 2018. We've designed Mentor Monday to be a weekly microdose of encouragement, inspiration, and miracle grow on your potential as a coach. And this week, I'm excited to share with you 3 brain hacks that will help you instantly get out of a funk, or it can actually help you de-stress. Literally helped thousands of people over the years. And as a coach, I know a lot of what keeps people from going to the next level is simply what they believe. And as a coach, we believe that if we can change the belief, then you can change the behavior and some of the feelings that are associated with it. But often I'll talk to people and I find that it's not actually the belief system that's in the way. What I'll hear people tell me in a lot of cases is not actually connected to beliefs, it's connected to something else. Here's some of the things that I'll hear people say. Paul, I don't know what's wrong with me. I just wake up sad, or I wake up depressed. I just wake up feeling like I'm in a funk. And so in a lot of cases, they have this desire to go after some kind of a belief, or maybe something's going on that's wrong in their life. But the problem is that they can't figure out what it is. And so I'll ask a clarifying question, which is this. Can you point to a certain issue in your life that you're sad or depressed about? Or is this just a vague feeling? And see, when the funk is in force and it can't be attributed to a specific cause, I know we're not just talking about belief systems if I can't point to what it is. As much as often what we have going on in our life every day that's creating some of these feelings, especially the ones that you're waking up in the morning with, is just simply body chemistry. And here's the fact. The fact is, your brain is smart, but it's not that smart. So it doesn't really know what's going on when it's just body chemistry that's going on in the morning. So many of us who are waking up with a feeling of the funk are only thinking that we're in a funk because our brain is simply reflecting the feeling that our body has. So if the body is telling you, oh, you're in a funk, things are not good, then the brain is simply going to take that data, it's going to take that information the body is giving it, and it's going to tell you, guess what? You're in a funk. This is not a good day. Just don't even get out of bed. Maybe we curl up with that pillow and we hit snooze a couple of more times. There's not a reason to get up. Or maybe you thought that you were going to get up and do something before you went to work, but you're going to end up not doing the thing that could have actually helped you start your day right, and you're going to stay in bed curled up just a little bit longer. So I find this is pretty consistent with people who are feelers, but it's not just on feelers, but often when people are just consistently saying, I feel like ... that gives me a little bit of a red flag when people are telling me that they're always feeling this. They can't point to something that's really specific. There's nothing wrong with feelings. Feelings are good. Emotions are good. But if they're not telling you the truth, then that's not a really good thing. If they are not telling you the truth, then you can't be led by your feelings. So let me show you what you can do about the funk. And you can also apply this same strategy to anxiety, or if you're feeling some kind of stress at some point in your day, or if any time during the day you start feeling the funk come on. This is going to work because we're simply talking again about body chemistry. We're talking about chemicals that are in there, and we're not talking about the facts of your life and about your belief system. So this is why this can work pretty much every time. First off, you've got to get moving. The quickest, easiest way to get out of a funk is to start moving. And this is a difficult thing because, again, when your body's partnering with your brain, it starts conspiring against you. Because your body is saying, you're in a funk, this is terrible. And your brain's like, oh crap, we're in a funk, yeah. What should I do, body? Body says, I think we should stay in bed. Okay, we'll stay in bed. We'll stay in here a little bit longer and not go against everything that's bad in the world. And so what happens is that you stay in your bed, or you stay in that place and you get small. But what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to enlist the power of your will. You have a will in your life, and you can enlist your will to take over what's going on in your body and take over what's going on in your mind until this becomes a habit in you. When you start moving, you start shifting your body chemistry. So get out of your bed and start doing something. Or if this hits you at some certain part of the day, get up and start doing something. Don't sit there and become so aware of your feelings and your emotions and all this other stuff that it starts making you passive and shuts you down and makes you sleepy and all those other things. I'm not saying that you have to go out and run 5 miles, but you do need to get your heart going. Once you do, you'll shift your body chemistry because you're going to release endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin. And here's what happens is because, again, your brain's smart, but it's not that smart, is that once all of these feel-good chemicals start hitting your brain, you know what your brain starts saying? We are crushing it. It's going to say, oh, you feel good. You're on top of this thing. And what starts happening is that you will start aligning your body with your mind so that you're thinking and you're feeling the thoughts that help you get to the next level for your entire day. And so you don't have to just do this in the morning. You can do this anytime during the day. Once you start feeling that kind of funk start to come on, you can just do a brisk walk. You can run in place in your office. And the cool thing about when these chemicals start hitting your body is that it actually, at the same time that it's releasing anxiety, it's de-stressing you and doing all this other stuff, it actually makes you immune to pain. It's the craziest thing. And so obviously the more you do, you'll experience more benefits, but I'm not trying to get you to become an endurance athlete. I just want you to start somewhere. So first thing, start moving. Second thing, start smiling. Hack number 2 is just simply right here on your face. And you don't have to wait on a joke or something funny to happen to hack your brain on this one. Because again, what we're talking about here is biofeedback. Your brain is smart. It's not that smart. And so what happens is actually when you're smiling, your brain notices that you're smiling and it says, hey, guess what? You're happy. See, because the brain's not that smart. And so all it's doing is it's taking a cue from your body. So what can you do? Well, you can do it in reverse. You can smile and your brain starts to recognize what your body is doing and your brain aligns with your body and says, hey, guess what? You're happy. And so it's a really crazy thing is that you can start taking control of what your body is feeling, but especially in what you're thinking, just by making your body go through the motions of doing something. It feels like you're faking it, and maybe you are, or maybe you're not, because it's just your feelings that are trying to tell you whether you're happy or not. And since about 80% of our students are female and 76% of coaches in general are women, I want to share an important statistic with you. Research has shown that one smile is as pleasurable and stimulating as up to 2,000 bars of chocolate. Can you believe that? Now, literally just got back from the store a little while ago buying the women in my house because I have 3 daughters and I have a wife. We actually have a female dog as well, but I don't count her. I bought a huge pack of Hershey's candy bars and half of the pack is already gone. And probably the next time that they ask for chocolate, I won't be able to convince them of this statistic, but I know it's got to be true because I found it on the internet. So anyway, but the reality is of this research, because it's real research, is that one smile is as pleasurable as 2,000 bars of chocolate. And so I know a lot of people are really in touch with the fact that when they eat chocolate, there's a little bit of a rush and there's things that's going on. Smiles do the exact same thing. Now, here's number 3. Here's your third hack, is the power pose. And Amy Cuddy has a great TED Talk on this and a book as well, so you can check her out for more detailed information. But research has shown that power posing is another brain hack that helps you get out of a funk, and it also helps you to de-stress. But what is a power pose? Essentially, it's when you take a body position where you are bigger and you take up more space. And generally speaking, what that means is that your arms and your legs are spread apart. So how does power posing work in the body? This is what it does. When you power pose, your testosterone level actually goes up by about 10%. And at the same time, cortisol, which is a stress hormone, decreases by 25%. And so what this means in your brain and tells your brain, okay, let's be more assertive. Your brain says you are more confident. Your brain says you are comfortable. And so even if you're not comfortable, your brain suddenly says you are comfortable because your body is saying that you are comfortable, so you must be comfortable. Now, what does this mean? What does this really look like? Well, a power pose, and actually what I did is I asked my beautiful 5-year-old daughter if she would give me a couple of pictures because I didn't want to use stock images, and of course I didn't want to use images of myself. So let's look at 3 examples of power poses. In power pose number 1, you see this when athletes win, but you also see this as a sign of surrender. And some of you probably have never thought about the fact that the sign of surrender and victory could be the same thing, because you know what? It takes a really powerful person to surrender. Interesting thought, huh? Here's pose number 2. Pose number 2 is this hands on the hips. Now, this is a really cute pose when you see my daughter doing it, unless she's not real happy. Now, one of the things that I had to notice when I was out doing business networking and meeting with people is this is a very comfortable pose for me all the time. It's something that I normally do. And I do it in places where I'm very excited about what's going on there and I'm meeting people. And so I'd find I'd put my hands on my hips and I'd be talking to people, and I would notice by their body language that they would keep making themselves smaller. And for like a dominant personality like me, I had to be aware of the fact that I look like I'm dominating the room or something like that. And so it's one of those things that you can do these poses when you're sitting in your office. You can do these poses in the bathroom or something like that. If you're in one of those moments, you can do that. Let's look at pose number 3. Pose number 3 is just sitting back. And again, the legs are crossed, the hands are behind the head. And again, the arms and legs are spread apart from the body. It's a relaxed position. Again, what this is going to do is it's going to lower your anxiety, it's going to lower your stress, but at the same time, it's going to up your confidence. You know, your body language is saying you're really comfortable. You've got this thing. This is easy. Take it easy. Be at peace. Whatever. And your brain is going to take a cue from it, and it's going to change all of that chemistry in your body, and it's going to make you feel better. So these are 3 hacks that you can do every day, and all you need is like a max of 20 minutes a day. Even these power poses, you can do them for like 2 minutes and get the full effect from them. So there's no reason why you can't do it. So what I'd love for you to do is try them. Try some of these hacks as the days are progressing. I'd love to continue this conversation with you over social media or on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all of those places. Make sure you share this video if you enjoy it. And even better, if you engage with us in the conversations, I'd love to get your feedback on how that went. Hey, listen, I believe in you. Have a great rest of your week and take care.